Hello, my name is Brooke Rose, and I am a middle school science teacher at Centennial Academy. Centennial Academy is a conversion charter school located in Atlanta, Georgia, and it is a part of Atlanta Public Schools. This data overview will be for grades 6 through 8, although Centennial does serve students from grades K through 8. One important thing to note is that Centennial has not always been a full functioning school for grades K through 8. It added 6th grade to its campus in 2014, and each year after it has added another grade. So for this school year, the 17-18 school year, this is the second year that Centennial Academy has been fully functional for grades K through 8. Keeping that in mind, as we go through the data, you will notice that not all of the school years will have all grades 6, 7, and 8 for that reason. What is the purpose of looking at this data? The purpose of this presentation is to provide the viewer with several sources of data. The intended audience for this data would be the school administration, the academic coordinators, as well as the teachers for Upper Academy. The data will paint a picture of Centennial Academy's achievements and weaknesses when looking at the Georgia Milestones data for the years of 2014 to 2017. In addition to Georgia Milestones data, we will look at the CCRPI data for the past 3 years, as well as some demographic data. As far as CCRPI is concerned, we have been increasing for the past 3 years. In 2015, our percentage was about a 55.6. In 2016, it was a 60.7, so that was roughly about a 5 to 6 point increase. And then for 2017, our percentage was an 82.3%. This is roughly a 20% increase from 2016 to 2017, and this is excellent. As far as demographics are concerned, we are an inner city school. Our school is comprised of mainly African American students. Roughly 80 to 90% of our students are of African American descent, and this has remained consistent over the past 3 years. We do have other races of children that come to the school. They might be multiracial, they might be Hispanic, white, or Asian, but this equates to less than 5% for each of those categories. For free and reduced lunch, 68% of our students were on free and reduced lunch in the year of 2015. In 2016, we went up 12% to 80% for free and reduced lunch, and this has remained consistent for 2017. What is the Georgia Milestones? The Georgia Milestones assessment is a summative assessment given in the state of Georgia from grades 3 to 12. It measures how well students have mastered the content in English language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. Based on performance, students are classified as either beginner, developing learner, proficient, or distinguished, with distinguished being the highest. ELA was the most successful with proficiency out of all 4 subjects that were tested in the 2014-15 school year. Centennial Academy ranked higher than the district in the state in ELA for the 2014-2015 school year in the level of proficiency. Another thing to note is that when the charter was written for Centennial Academy, one of the goals was for Centennial Academy to outperform the district and the state as much as possible. So as you can see here, we have fulfilled that goal in the area of 6th grade ELA for the 2014-15 school year. For 6th grade math, our proficiency was higher than the district. And so now begins year 2 of Centennial Academy having a 6th grade and year 1 of Centennial Academy having a 7th grade. So here for the 2015-2016 school year in 6th grade, science was the highest scoring out of the proficiency levels. Distinguished in ELA increased from 0% in 2014 to the 6.5% here that you see for the 2015-2015 school year. For math distinguished, there was an increase. In 2014 and 2015, Centennial Academy did not have any students that ranked for distinguished, but here for the 2015-2016 school year, there were 3.9% of students that scored in distinguished for math. In 7th grade for the 2015-2016 school year, all 4 areas scored above a 30% in the level of proficiency for ELA, math, science, and social studies. 2015-2016 7th grade ELA scored higher in the proficient rank over the district and the state. And this is also the case for math, scoring higher than the district and the state for 7th grade in the 2015-2016 school year. This is the 3rd year for 6th grade at Centennial Academy, which would also mean that this is year 2 for 7th grade, and this is the beginning of year 1 for 8th grade. So for 6th grade in the 2016-2017 school year, ELA outperformed math in the area of proficiency. Sixth grade ELA proficient outranked the district. In 6th grade math in the 2016-2017 school year, the state and the district outranked on the levels of proficiency and distinguished compared to Centennial Academy. For 7th grade, ELA and math were close on the level on the proficiencies. They were only a few percentage points off. In the 2016-2017 school year, 7th grade ELA outperformed both the district and the state. And this was also the case for 7th grade math. 7th grade math students at Centennial Academy for the 2016-2017 school year outperformed the district and the state. So again, this is the first year for 8th grade, and 8th grade had a significant number of students that scored distinguished in the area of science, with 25.5% of students scoring at distinguished. Our 8th grade ELA students outranked both the district and the state, surpassing 40%. And this can also be seen in 8th grade math for the 2016-2017 school year. We outperformed the district and the state. So this slide here shows the 6th grade ELA trends for all 3 school years for the data that we have. And over a 3-year period, the number of beginning students in 6th grade ELA has slowly decreased, which means that students are either moving into the developing stage or moving into the proficiency stage. This slide shows the 6th grade math trends over the past 3 years. And over the past 3 years, the number of beginning students in math has increased, which can be alarming because we should be moving our students into the developing proficiency and distinguished phase and not regressing. So this is a comparison of boys versus girls in 6th grade ELA. Females are outperforming the males in proficient and distinguished for ELA. And this is a comparison of boys versus girls in 6th grade math. And then males and females are tied for proficiency and distinguished. So they're doing about the same as far as those 2 levels. So achievements and weaknesses at Centennial Academy. One achievement is that the CCRPI score has jumped over 20 points from 2016 and 2017. Another achievement is that student enrollment has been increasing every year, and this is an indicator of parent satisfaction. The last achievement, significant achievement, was that in 8th grade ELA and 8th grade math has been exceeding the marks of the district and the state in the proficient level. Some of the weaknesses that should be noted is that 6th grade math scores have been declining over the past 3 years. In 2015, 19.4% of students scored proficient, and in 2017, only 11.9% of students scored at proficient. Also, sixth grade ELA scores have been declining over the past 3 years. In 2015, 33.8% of students scored in the developing phase, and in 2017, 37.3% of students have been scoring in the developing phase. Questions to keep in mind. What can I do with the information learned from the data analysis of test scores from Centennial Academy? What strategies will you put in place to address the weaknesses or downward spiral areas in ELA and math, particularly in grade 6? And does the current staff at Centennial Academy have the necessary skills to address the needs of the students? And does professional development need to be considered? Something to think about. We may want to think about remediation and enrichment opportunities for students in all grade levels. We may want to offer early morning, afternoon, and possibly weekend tutorials so more students can participate. Academic coordinators can play an active role with instructional strategies. Academic coordinators can also model lessons for teachers. Teachers can observe each other and learn best practices. And lastly, teachers and academic coordinators can review the trends over the years and come up with an action plan. These were the sources that were used to put together all of the data. I thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the presentation.